Seriously, Kuka? I mean social first. What's the catch? Pixel Worlds is coming back on March 31st. For a lot of us, this sounds like a dream come true, but we have to ask a tough question. Is this reboot actually for us, the players, or is it just a last-minute plan to save a studio that is currently sinking? Let's look at the facts. Social First's big new project, Nexus Station, was a total flop. Even though they had millions of dollars to build it, the game has almost 0 players left. The CEO, Commander_K, has been in this business a long time. He knows you can't keep a studio running when nobody is playing your game. This PW reboot isn't a passion project. It's a lifeboat. They are coming back to the one community that actually cared, which doesn't necessarily mean that they care about us. The developers want us to believe they've changed, but if we look at the past, they have a very specific way of treating us. In the early days of Pixel Worlds, things were actually fine. We had updates and we had communication, but the moment they started giving up on the game, the transparency vanished. Near the end of PW, they went completely silent. We waited 6 months just for the card battle update while they slowly pulled away. Even with Jake there, it felt like we were only getting the bare minimum of information. Then, look at Nexus Station, it was the same story. Things started okay, but then the devs just stopped. Even with Siskaya as the community manager, she wasn't even allowed to tell us what was happening behind the scenes. People have spent literally thousands of dollars in both Pixel Worlds and Nexus Station, only to be completely ghosted the moment the devs decided to move on. It's not right to ignore a community just because you're moving on to something else. They're using our nostalgia for the old game to hide how easily they've walked away from us in the past. If the new Pixel Worlds doesn't hit its revenue goals after a year, what then? Are they just going to abandon us and close the servers again without saying a word? We've already seen how they handle money in Nexus Station. $20 for a suit, $35 for seasonal items, no refunds. If they bring that same greedy energy to Pixel Worlds, we have to stand our ground. My advice, play the game on March 31st, but keep your wallet closed. Do not buy any gem packs. Do not buy any limited edition deals. The developers often say that Nexus Station is still a long-term goal, but that actually highlights a bigger problem. What is this studio actually trying to build? The CEO has said in interviews that they don't just want to make a game. They want to build a social platform where players can create wealth and trade items for real money. This is the identity crisis. We want a fun game to play with our friends, but they seem more interested in building a digital marketplace. When one experiment like Nexus Station doesn't hit the numbers they want, they don't necessarily abandon it, but they immediately move the spotlight to the next thing to see if that works better as a platform. This is why we see them jumping around. It's hard to trust the long-term future of a game when the people running it are constantly looking for the next way to turn our social sandbox into a business project. And that leads us to the biggest problem of all, the paradox. We love Pixel Worlds. We want it to succeed more than anything. But by supporting this reboot, are we just rewarding the people who abandoned us in the first place? Can you really trust a developer to save a game when they were the ones who let it die?